What is up, you guys? It's your favorite Kalima here, and I am back at it with another video. So today we are doing a get ready with me / chit chat or story time. I really don't know what I'm gonna do while I'm getting ready, because I don't know what I feel like talking about yet, but we're gonna find out together when I sit down to get ready. But right now I'm just walking my dogs. That's why I'm out here. We're at the dog park in my neighborhood. Let me just go ahead and formally introduce y'all to my dogs, because they're always making interruptions into my videos. So the big one is Smoke. That is my brother's dog. Love him to death. We've had him since he was 5 weeks. And then the small one is Kato. That's my sister's dog. I'm just taking care of him for a little bit. I've had him since he was like, I don't even know how old he was when he got to my house. But yes, these are the ones that are always making their rude interruptions. These the baby. That Milk, get that out your mouth. They always playing, always got something in their mouth, always eating something. But these my boys. These the boys. But we're finna go back inside. I'm gonna go sit down and start getting ready, and I will see y'all there. All right, you guys, so I just now got back inside, and I just washed my face, and I did, now I'm moisturizing it. Wow, y'all probably see all up in my eyeballs right now. But if you wanna know my face routine, I did it in my last Get Ready with Me that I will link down below. And y'all can see how I do my skincare routine. So now I need to fix some of these lashes because they are coming apart. So what y'all want to talk about? I mean, like, I don't really know for real. I just wanted to get on here and get ready. But I did also want to talk to y'all. So what y'all trying to talk about? Nothing? All right, we could talk about nothing and everything at the same time. What do girls like to talk about? Boys. Let's talk about boys, y'all. Let's talk about boys, because why not? I've been doing these First Love Chronicles, these Chase and Natasha story times, and they just be having me thinking a lot about me and Chase's relationship, honestly. I haven't thought about our relationship in so long, honestly. I haven't thought about him in so long until I started doing these story times or whatever. But it's like making me think, like, honestly, like, I know I want a relationship right now, but am I ready for one? Like, I have to be realistic with myself, and I gotta think, like, am I ready for a relationship? Because there's certain things that I like, for example, when a new guy comes to me, I'm literally immediately checking him out, making sure his looks are to my standards. And I will literally, like, get rid of a guy just for something as small as, like, one of his teeth is crooked. Like, come on now. Hold on. I can't find my tweezers, y'all, because I'm trying to do my lashes. And I don't know about y'all, but I ain't no superhero. I can't do the lashes without the tweezers, especially not the individual joints. So I definitely need to find my tweezers. I don't know if that means I'm shallow or if I have just been, because honestly, y'all, in the past, after Chase, I didn't do good with men either. Like, the guy after Chase, he literally, so I'll just tell y'all about him. So, hold up. So, after Chase, I didn't deal with nobody for a long time until I met this one guy. I also knew him in high school, which I think is a problem. Like, I keep talking to guys that I went to high school with. Why? I don't know why. But, I knew him in high school, and we connected on Instagram. I believe he had followed me on Instagram, and I honestly was not 100% attracted to him, to keep it 100 with y'all. I was not attracted to that man at all. But back then, I was like 19. I was just going on dates for the hell of it. I was just going on dates just because. And y'all ladies, I know that it's fun to do that when you're young, just to go on dates just because. But no, I don't recommend that if you're looking for a real relationship. But yeah, so at first I was not attracted to him at all. I remember the first time we hung out, he wanted to, because he went to a different school in a different state. So wow, I was trying to use the last thing as a mirror, but he went to a different school in a different state. And so when we met, he did go to that school, but he used to come down back to Atlanta because the school he went to was not very far. It was in a neighboring state, so he used to come back every weekend. And plus he was a DJ, so he used to DJ at a lot of different events here in Atlanta. So he used to come back and forth, and then summer was here, so we spent a lot of time together, even though he was in different schools. So yeah, I was not attracted to him, like I said, when we first met. I was just going on dates with guys just for the heck of it. And but the more we started talking, the more we hung out, I started to like him. I started to like less of like, I started to look at him for less than his looks. I meant for more than his looks. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but he started to, I don't know, he was just like treating me really good at first. And it was just different than Chase. Like, he showed me a whole new world of men. Like, I didn't know men could be freaking understanding and freaking, if I had an issue, I can come to them and talk to them about it without it being deflected at me. You know what I'm saying? Without it being turned around and being my fault at the end of the day. So when I started hanging out with him, he started showing me how I'm supposed to be treated, like not how Chase was treating me. I kind of started liking him because I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? That was my first little dibble dabble in princess treatment for real. So I started to like him just because of that. And then it came to where I started liking him more than he was liking me. And I was like, when the hell did this happen? Let me tell y'all what happened. So he went to school, right? The summer, he spent the whole summer with me. Because he came back home, obviously. So we spent the whole, how long I'm gonna dry this thing? The thing gonna be dry. So yeah, we spent the whole summer together, and I don't know, it was really nice. Like I said, we went on hella dates, like hella dates, really nice ones too. Picnics, drive-in movie theaters. What else we used to do? Any and everything. He introduced me to his family. I met all of his family. I met his dad. I spent a lot of time at his house. I never got to meet his mom because his mom did unfortunately pass away right when we met. So that was really sad. And I think that is also what kept me there. The fact that I was there when she passed, and I was kind of like a part of his support system. So I think that's what kept me there for as long as I was there as well. So yeah, we went on really nice dates. He didn't mind spending money on me. He did what he was supposed to do. But once the summer ended and he went back to school, he still was coming back and forth every other weekend to come see me and take me on dates and stuff. But one time he came back, and I did used to see him texting a girl. I remember he had locks, and he also is how I learned how to twist locks. So I was retwisting his locks one day, and I saw that he was texting a girl, and she was talking about her boobs or something, like how big her boobs were or something like that. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? But me and him were never officially together, so I couldn't even if I wanted to, I couldn't like trip. Even though we were spending a lot of time together or whatever, I couldn't even trip. So I just continued on doing his hair, and I just kind of backed off of him after that. Honestly, I just kind of let my feelings die down a little bit, because at that point I realized we'd probably never be officially together because he's entertaining other people. And don't get me wrong, when he went back to school, I slick was texting other guys too, but not like flirty. I was just like, I don't know, having conversation that maybe a girl in a relationship shouldn't be having. I don't know, just having conversation. So entertaining niggas, I guess you could say. So one day he came back into town, and he told me he wanted to take me on a date. He wanted to see me. So I'm like, okay, bet. Duh, of course you want to see me, the F. So he takes me on the date, and after the date, he's driving me home, and he's like, so I gotta tell you something. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, so I've been seeing somebody else at my school, and it's getting kind of serious, so I just wanted to let you know that. And it's like, I honestly don't remember what he said because I was like, whatever. Like I said, y'all, I didn't like him at first anyway. And once I saw that he was texting her in the first place, the feelings was already faded. So when he told me, I was just like, oh, okay, I slick already knew. But okay, thanks for letting me know. We won't be like, we decided to stay friends. And I decided to stay friends with him because he, just based off the fact that when his mother passed, I was like one of his biggest, people to lean on with that. So I stayed friends with him for a little bit longer because of that. But I'm not going to say that I wasn't hurt by him leaving me for somebody else, because in my first relationship, that's how it failed. And now again, somebody else is leaving me for somebody else that's better. And it got me thinking, like, damn, like, am I just like a buffer zone? Like, do guys date me to find their true love? Like, what's going on? Like, that's what had me thinking. Like, I wasn't thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna miss him, I really liked him. No, I'm thinking like, what the F? Like, why am I not good enough for nobody? And that's what it really did. That's what all those relationships really did, with Chase and with him. So when he told me, I was just like, wow. And y'all, he slick had made me mad because he had walked me upstairs after he told me that, and he gonna try to have a movie moment, I guess. He gonna look at me when we get to the door. He gonna look at me. He gonna turn his head to the side. He gonna touch my face like, I'm sorry, I had to end this way. I was like, nigga, get your fucking hand off my face. I ain't say that, but I was like, it's okay. And I just walked in the house, like, because I'm not gonna say I didn't care, but I didn't care that he was leaving me. I just cared, like, why are you leaving me for somebody else? Like, why am I not good enough? That's what I was mainly sad about. So I could say that definitely tore my self-esteem down. I remember one time, though, with him, I make music, y'all, so I had wrote one of my first songs. And like I told y'all, we were still friends, so we were in communication still. And so I sent him the lyrics to the song. And it was like a love song about, I don't remember, what was my first song about? I used to say, I have it. Maybe I should play it for y'all. Maybe I'll play it for y'all. If I can find my other phone, I'm gonna play y'all that song. But yeah, so I sent him the lyrics, and he was like, oh, you wrote a song about me, I'm sorry, blah blah blah. And I'm like, nigga, no, this song is not about you. I am just sharing the lyrics of my song with a friend. Like, get your shit together. Like, come on now. I swear, guys be having nerve. I'm sorry, yeah, these eyelashes are literally bothering me, my eyeballs, so much right now, and I'm finna just rip them all out. Like, oh my gosh. This is why I don't be having makeup on in my videos, because I be so uncomfortable with makeup on. But yeah, so if y'all see me keep looking around, I'm just checking to make sure my dogs are still in my sight, because they like to get into stuff. So yeah, I did that. And like I said, there's another funny story about him. He had, when we first started dating, not dating, but talking, he had wrote me an essay literally about how beautiful and amazing I am. Because when I first met him, I was still depressed about Chase a little bit. And I wasn't very confident in myself after Chase. Like, he tore my confidence back down to where it was before I met him. He built my confidence up and then tore it right back down. But when I first met him, I wasn't very confident. I used to tell him how much better my sisters looked and how I was the ugly duckling, blah, blah, blah. So he wrote me a whole, like, 2-page essay about how beautiful and amazing I was. So I used to do sweet stuff like that. And yeah, so I was honestly taken aback when he met somebody else. Like, why? But I don't know. But I was really depressed when I was with him. I was really, really depressed. And I used to, like, latch on to him. I used to, like, stay at his house 24/7, not doing nothing with my life but go to work and go to his house. So I could see why he would move on. You know, he's in college, moving along with his life, going up. And here this girl just laying in his bed, like, waiting on him to get home. Like, no, girl, you need to do something with your life. So I can honestly see why he left now that I'm older and thinking straight. But back then I was just hurt. Like, why am I not good enough for anybody? And ladies, if you ever feel like that, you are good enough. You are more than good enough. Somebody is going to love you. I know I'm single right now and I haven't met my somebody yet, but I know I will, because you are that bee, I'm that bee, we're them bees. Like, we are her, and somebody's gonna see that, and somebody's gonna love us. Everybody is beautiful. Everybody, honestly, I don't believe in the word ugly. Nobody is ugly. Everybody is beautiful in their own way. Like, I don't like the word ugly, even though I still use it sometimes, because some people is. Never mind. So yeah, after Chase, I just had a lot of bad luck with men. Like, I just didn't have any self-respect after me and Chase. Honestly, after, like, I don't know what it was. I just lost myself, honestly. I just lost myself. I wish that I would have just sat down and taken like a year or two after me and Chase to just regroup, recuperate, and find myself and learn myself and find my worth. But instead of doing that, I tried to kind of distract myself from that. I kind of convinced myself that I knew my worth and just let myself do whatever. But I do not recommend that, you guys. Self-reflect, look within, and be honest with yourself. Be honest with where you are in your life. Are you happy with where you are in your life? You have to be honest with yourself. It's your thoughts. Nobody can hurt you there. Nobody can hurt you in your thoughts. Whether you need to write it down, talk it out in a voice memo or something, nobody can hurt you in your mind except for you. Except for you. So be nice to yourself. That is your safe space. I had to learn that. So after Tyler, he was in my first story time. I think I named him Tyler or Trevor or something like that. So if you don't know who I'm talking about, go tune into my first story time. I think it's called like I Was Wrong First, but he had a bigger secret or something like that. So go tune into that if you don't know who I'm talking about. But T was the last guy that I was going on dates with. Like, he broke the camel's back. I was like, I'm done with guys for now. And that is where I started my mental health journey. So I started my mental health journey after he left, I started putting myself back together again, making myself feel beautiful on the outside. That's what I worked on first. I worked on making myself feel beautiful on the outside. I started doing my hair again. That's when I started making reels on Instagram. And I'm going to give y'all tutorials about how to make trendy reels on Instagram. So, and follow me on Instagram too. And go tune into the reels too. Why not? I started putting myself back together, making myself, doing the whole... And I told y'all about the You're Amazing thing in my tattoo tour, so go tune into that. I mean, I'm just hitting all the points I made in previous videos, but whatever. So I started telling myself, one of my dogs keep farting and he smells awful. And they're sleeping. Like, but yeah, so I just made myself feel better on the outside first. And once I started to feel better on the outside, I began working on my mental. So if y'all didn't know, I did grow up with anxiety and depression. I pretty much say it in almost all of my videos. And this was all last year, 2021, y'all. 2021. From January of 2021 until now. I'm still going through my mental health journey. I just started it. So hold on, when I do my wing, y'all, I gotta focus, bro. I literally have to focus because I be struggling. I just now started learning how to do makeup too, last year. Okay, be quiet, sorry. But yeah, then once I got into the groove of doing my hair every day again, doing makeup, feeling pretty every day, I got into kind of listening to my inner thoughts, just observing my inner thoughts, because I have a really good habit of ignoring my emotions, ignoring my thoughts and what I'm going through. So I first started to I didn't work on anything yet, I just started to observe them. What I was saying to myself throughout the day, what I was praying about throughout the day, what priorities I had in my head for that day, just literally analyzing every aspect of every thought that I had. And it was excruciatingly hard, not even gonna lie, because when you go your entire life ignoring your feelings, thoughts, and emotions, and once you finally start tuning into them and you start to let yourself feel it, oh my God, y'all. I mean, I started having panic attacks, mental breakdowns, all kinds of things that I never had before. Like, I've had panic attacks before. I never had a mental breakdown before I started working on my mental health journey. At the very beginning, I had so many mental breakdowns just because I was allowing myself to actually feel the emotions instead of pressing them down. So that's the first step, to acknowledge your feelings, acknowledge your emotions, acknowledge you. You're a person, you have feelings, your feelings are valid, you have thoughts, your thoughts are valid, you have opinions, your opinions are valid, your words are valid, you are worthy. You have to know that. You have to, at least this is what I had to tell myself. This is what I taught myself to, keep going. I had to remember that my thoughts are valid, my words are valid, everything. I am a person. I'm not just like a space in the world. I'm an actual person with opinions and all of that good stuff. So once I started doing that and started having the mental breakdowns, I started to get more into my spiritual journey, as well as my mental health journey. They kind of go hand in hand because I'm not, religious. I'm more spiritual. So I pray. I just don't go to church. That's the only thing I don't do is go to church. So really it was also kind of hard to tap into my spiritual journey as well because I didn't believe in it at first. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know who God was. Didn't know what he was about. I knew he was there, but I didn't know what he could do for me because I had never really tried to talk to him. I prayed and stuff, but I was just praying because my mom told me to. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't pray because I actually believed that God could work in my favor. I just prayed because I thought I had to. So I started to pray more, get my relationship better with God. And once I started getting my relationship with God right, all the pieces started coming together. All the pieces of the puzzle started coming together. I mean, it wasn't easy. I'm not saying that once I started praying and getting my relationship with God right, everything happened like this, everything good, bam, bam, bam. No, it was still and is still a rough, journey. But yeah, it still was very much something that I had to go through. So when I first moved out of my house, I lived when my mom and my stepdad had first got divorced and we all moved out of the house. I moved in with my sister Alexis, my older sister Alexis. I got my first apartment with her and I hated it. I hated it there. It was roach infested when we first got in there. We got all the roaches and stuff out. We were able to clean it all out, but even after we cleaned it out, I couldn't do it. So I basically had my own apartment, but I was still living with my mom. My mom only had a 2-bedroom apartment and she already had 2 kids with her. One was sleeping in the living room, one was sleeping in the second bedroom. So I just I took the other couch. I stayed at my mom's. I stayed at the guy that I was telling y'all about in the beginning. I stayed at his house. Anything to not be at my house until my sister Alexis was finally like, listen, I found me a new roommate. You move back in with mommy. You figure yourself out. I'm gonna figure myself out. And we just kind of did it like that. But yeah, that was probably the best thing that could happen for me though, because if I would have stayed in my apartment with my sister, my depression and mental health would have just plummeted even more, and it wouldn't have been good. Me with my thoughts alone, in the beginning of my mental health journey, I would have been going crazy every day. I would have had a mental breakdown every single day. literally. After I got into it with God and everything, I started to believe in him. Not only just talk to him, but believe that he could work for me. And so I would pray and he would deliver because I simply believed in him. That was the biggest difference. Hold on, let me get this line in here. So dealing with my mental health, I was forced to deal with my anxiety and depression that I had dealt with my entire life. I was forced to deal with it because I couldn't Alexa, be quiet. I was forced to begin to start to deal with my anxiety and my depression. So the first way I did that was, if I ever started to feel anxious about anything, like, I was so broke in 2021. The whole 2021, I had $0 and zero cents in my account. It felt like I barely ever had money, because it was my first year in my apartment, in this apartment that I'm in currently with my brother and sister, and I was not ready for adulthood, so I was just broke as hell. So, I used to be stressed a lot. I used to stress so much about money, about life. I didn't want to be on earth anymore. I was that sad about it. Breakdown, or whenever I did have a mental breakdown, I went and took pictures. Like, after my mental breakdown had worn off, because they are exhausting and they make you feel sick. They used to give me like migraines and stuff. So after I had worn off and I had died down from it, I would be like, oh my God, I just had a mental breakdown. I'm gonna go get cute and take some pictures. Because at that point, I only felt good about myself on the outside, because that's what I had worked on first. So I would go get cute and take pictures for Instagram, and that's how I would start. That's how I would feel better after my mental breakdown. But after I finished taking the pictures, editing, posting, the excitement from that wore off, and now I'm back alone with my thoughts. Now what? I would give myself, like, let's say it's 9 o'clock. My time was 9 o'clock. I would let myself have any thoughts that I needed to have, stress, anxiety, depressed, anything that I needed to feel. I would allow myself to feel it. I wouldn't press it down. But once 9 o'clock hit, I didn't press it down, don't get me wrong, but I didn't let myself stress, didn't let myself feel any anxiety. I didn't let myself feel any amount of unhappiness. I just let myself live as if everything was okay. Okay, because I had a lot of sleepless nights. A lot of sleepless nights before I started doing that. And once I started doing that, I started sleeping again. And that was where my mental health started to really improve, once I started implementing that. After 9 o'clock, don't stress, don't let anything get to you. Kind of thing. And you know, them thoughts, they would try to creep in. Don't get me wrong, like, it wasn't easy to keep the stress and stuff away. They would try to creep in, but once they did, nope, I suppressed it right back down. I said nope. Not suppressed it in a bad way, but I just didn't let it bring me down. Like, I would still think about it, but I'd be like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna get worked out. And then after I started doing that, it became kind of like a habitual thing. Like, it became something that it's still something that I do to this day, but it's not something that I have to think about doing. Like, it's not like I have to be like, oh, it's 9 o'clock, I get to relax down. Now, all day is my 9 o'clock. So that's just that. All day, I don't stress. I just don't. Them wings is not the same, honey. At all. But yeah. So that was when my mental health started to get better. Once I started implementing that 9 o'clock, after 9 o'clock, don't stress. That's when it really started taking a turn for the better. And I started to realize that cosmetology school is not something that I wanted to do. It was just more of a distraction, something I felt like I had to do. But I didn't take cosmetology as a distraction, honestly. I really thought that was something I wanted to do in my life. And I was really just trying to figure out where to go in my life. Like, I didn't know. I thought makeup and hair and stuff was something that I wanted to do, because I like doing my own makeup and hair. But once I started doing it on other people and the mannequins and stuff, I said, this ain't it. After that, what did I do next? I started writing on this board. I'm gonna bring it over here. Let me show y'all. I bought this and I started writing nice phrases to myself. So right now, not right now. This is just more of, well, it's the same thing. Kind of like, you know, reassurance to myself. So the last time I wrote this was April. I actually need to update this. But I started to write, you're beautiful, you're amazing. Just anything that I needed to tell myself every day to make myself feel good about the day. Goals that I had for that day, for the week, for the month. I had like it split down, and I had the list here and the positive stuff here. Any bills I needed to pay, I started breaking down my bills. I stopped ignoring my problems. Once I got this board, I just was able to visually see everything instead of having it all cramped up in my mind and it feeling overwhelming. So this board was a lifesaver for me as well. Started writing in a journal on an app called Day One. I will put the picture of the app up here because that app is amazing. I really love it. It's just a journal on your phone, and I also had a journal to write in. So I did all three of those things, and I started now expressing the feelings and emotions. Instead of just letting myself feel it, I started to get the thoughts out and get them out of my head. I used to text my family group chat. You guys, I'm so sorry for blowing up your phone all the time. Long paragraphs about why I was so depressed that day, why I was so anxious that day, just getting it out any way I could, which was hard for me as a person who never ever opened up to anybody, not even to myself, before last year, before 2021, literally not even to myself. So that started helping me a lot. I think I want to put some curls in this. It is a synthetic wig, but it said it can take temperatures up to 400 degrees. So I'm gonna try to throw some curls in this hair and see how that comes out. So I would let myself feel the emotion, get the emotion out, and then I started to figure out what I needed to do to fix the problem and to be content in the situation that was making me feel depressed, sad, angry, anxious, whatever. And the next part of my healing is coming to terms that not everything was going to work out how I wanted it to work out. So God started moving things in my way. He got rid of tea for me. I got a job after that. I started being less depressed. I was getting back into the world as my normal self. And then he started moving things. Everything started going the way they needed to, and then everything started plummeting down again. I had the job, but I still was broke. I still didn't have money. I had a little bit to cover my bills, but not enough. So it brought me back into depression, and I just had to restart. I had to restart my mental health journey so many times. You're not gonna get it on the first try. If you are a strong individual, but somebody like me had to keep starting over. I would let myself go off the deep end so easy, y'all. I gave up the fight so damn easy in the beginning, y'all, but I would reel myself back in, or I would have somebody else do it when I reached out to them. My mom was like my rock. My mom, y'all, I strongly suggest you finding, even though you can write in a journal and all of that, I strongly suggest you finding somebody that you can physically and actually talk to, somebody who can actually give you advice. Very, very helpful. My mom was that for me. She helped me out so much. So much. Even when she didn't know it. Y'all, this wing is not wanting to be perfect, and I'm finna just let it do whatever it wants. I'm about to just let these wings do whatever they want, because who got time to keep trying to? I personally don't. Yeah, I don't know how to do makeup. I'm just winging it. Literally, oh my god. I don't even know how I got on this topic of, I'm just talking, y'all. I'm literally just talking and letting whatever words flow. You are somebody who is thinking about starting their mental health journey, thinking about wanting to get better, not wanting to feel so worthless no more, wanting to enjoy your life. It is not easy, and you must be patient with yourself. You have to be patient with yourself. I was my biggest problem. I was my biggest hater, my biggest motivator. I was my biggest everything. I was my biggest problem. I started also going out by myself. I started spending time with myself and getting to know myself, and that was a big, huge part of my mental health journey. I even spent my birthday by myself that year. I even spent my birthday alone that year, which was honestly amazing, and I want to do it again. But everybody keep wanting to spend my birthday with me, and so this year I didn't get to do it, but next year I'm spending my birthday by myself again. I feel like everybody should experience that. Everybody should experience doing stuff by themselves. Like, getting to know yourself is one of the most amazing journeys ever. Like, now I actually know what I like. I know what, if somebody asks me what I like to do, I can actually answer that question. Before I couldn't. I started going on picnics by myself. And that's when I started taking all those pictures too. Like if you go on my Instagram, you'll literally see the pictures that I started taking. I started posting a lot. I started posting reels a whole bunch. Just getting to know myself and what I like. Yeah, it was just really nice to finally realize that I am a person in the world, in society, that people actually see. Like, I'm not invisible. I have a voice. And it was just really cool to get to know that voice inside of me that I didn't know that I had. Even sitting here doing this YouTube channel is like, I think about it sometimes and I'm like, damn, like, I've come so far, like so far. So yeah, I really hope this video even makes sense and it don't sound like I'm just rambling a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. I'm still gonna post it, even if it do. Somebody gonna watch it. but yeah. I keep myself busy. I started making friends. I have a social life now. I'm out every weekend now. I got friends, a job that I like. I'm just happy now. And it's going to stay that way because I will never allow myself to not be happy. Honestly, nothing can make me unhappy anymore. I'm going to always be happy. Now that I know what I know about life, nothing will ever get that power. Should I make my liner black instead? I think I'm gonna do a little bit of black liner too on top, because I feel like it's dark up here and it just matches better. Drop it. It's not done yet. But yeah. Yeah, it was really tough going through my mental journey. It still is. I still have my weak moments where I just feel like fuck it all. I want to give up on everything. But there's a little voice in my head that always reels me back in. Always. I always get back. I'm so grateful for that little voice. I am a lot nicer to myself now. Literally so much nicer. I even give myself compliments now. Like, I even look in the mirror now and be like, damn girl, you are beautiful. Even if I don't feel like I look 100% amazing, I'm like, damn girl, you fine. And nobody can tell me no different, ever. Ever. I will always be that B in my books. As you should be too. Don't let nobody get you down. Don't let these boys make you feel like you're less than. Don't let these girls. Social media has a really good way of doing that. Don't let nobody in the whole entire world make you feel less than. You're worth it. You are worthy of anything you want. The sky is your limit, baby. I know it sounds all cliche, but once you actually start thinking like that, like once you change your mindset to think like all the cliches you hear, your freaking life will change. I'm telling y'all. I am literally a walking cliche now, and my life is freaking amazing. I will tell you that. I'm a walking cliche in my life. I wouldn't change anything for the world. I literally wouldn't change anything for the world. So I suggest that too. Live like a cliche. All the cliche stuff you hear. Do it. Come in.
You filming?
Yeah.
I need to interrupt.
Come on in.
You should close the door.
Want to be in the video?
Howdy.
Howdy.
So why the fuck you sitting like that?
But yeah, I don't know where I was before I got interrupted. So, and now it's time for me to get dressed anyways. So let's just go get dressed. I was probably talking about nothing anyways. Let's go pick out my outfit. I'm just gonna go get dressed. Okay, bitch, we get it. Alright, you guys, so I just wanted to quickly show you the fit that I picked out. I don't know if this is a good enough fit for a baseball game, but I got on my forces with it. I ain't never been to no baseball game, so I'm just kind of winging it. But yeah, I feel like this is cute enough, and it's warm. It's hot outside, so I wanted to put on little to no clothes. So I don't know, I feel like this is cute enough. We're gonna go with it. So this is my finished look for the day. I really like it. I just showed you guys my outfit, but I guess I could show y'all again in this kind of lighting. Oopsies, I done dropped my stool. But yeah, this is the fit for the day. I just got on some black shorts, this little crop top in my forces. So I hope you guys like my outfit, and I hope you guys liked this random get ready with me chit chat, kind of all over the place video. I didn't really know where I was going with this video today, but I just thought it would be fun to just film something unplanned and just go off the whim. I'm a very spontaneous person, you guys. I like to go off the whim with a lot of things, so why not do it on my channel too? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this kind of video. Even if you didn't, you're gonna be getting more. No, I'm just kidding, but I will see you guys on the next one. Hopefully I will see y'all in the next one. If this is your first video of mine, please at least consider it subscribing to my channel, especially if you still sitting here listening to me talk. If you sat here and listened to me ramble this whole video, you know you need to subscribe. Cause I ain't even do nothing but just chat the whole video. I ain't do nothing but chat. But I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And you guys do me one big favor and have a beautiful, blessed, amazing day, morning, night, whatever time you ended up watching this. I hope that it's a blessed one. Peace out.